Welcome to the channel. Today I've got a true automotive curiosity for you. A car that was meant to be Volkswagen's technological showcase and at the same time a challenger to more prestigious premium brands. I'm talking, of course, about the Volkswagen Passat W8, a truly unique version of the well-known model that still stirs up excitement, surprise, and sometimes disbelief. In this episode, we'll take a closer look at what the Passat W8 really was, why it was built, what it had to offer, and what typical issues it faced. Ready? Let's jump in. At the beginning of the 21st century, Volkswagen wanted to show that it could build a car that wasn't just a sensible mid-sized choice, but also an aspirational alternative for buyers considering BMWs, Mercedes, or Audis. And that's exactly how the idea of a Passat with a W configuration 8-cylinder engine was born, a solution more commonly associated with brands like Bentley or Bugatti. From the outside, the Passat W8 didn't scream for attention, and that was precisely its greatest strength. It was the perfect example of a sleeper car, a vehicle that looked like an ordinary understated family sedan, but unleashed surprising power when you stepped on the gas. The body retained the elegant, conservative lines typical of early 2000s Volkswagens, blending seamlessly into the road landscape of the time. It didn't shout performance, but subtle clues revealed to the keen observer that this was no ordinary. The bumpers were slightly redesigned, a bit more muscular with wider contours and subtle air intakes that improved cooling for the powerful engine under the hood. The distinctive chrome dual exhaust tips, symmetrically placed on either side of the rear bumper, didn't just look classy, they hinted at the deep growl of an 8-cylinder engine. Up front, a discreet W8 badge adorned the grille, which had been tweaked with a more refined chrome frame and horizontal slats that distinguished it from standard variants. Special alloy wheels and a lowered suspension setup gave the car a more grounded, confident stance. The entire design language of the W8 was balanced, restrained, and deliberately engineered to exude quiet confidence. It didn't flaunt aggressive styling, but instead radiated a kind of understated luxury and technical intrigue. This subtle exterior made the W8 easy to overlook at first glance, but deeply appreciated by those who knew what lurked beneath the surface. At a time when loud styling was the trend, the W8 remained an elegant outsider with a ferocious heart. And that heart, that's where the magic began. Under the hood was something truly special. Volkswagen's first production W8 engine, a 4-liter unit arranged in a unique W layout. This engine wasn't just about power, it marked a bold engineering direction for VW, paving the way for future giants like the W12 and W16 seen in high-end models and hypercars. The W8 design was essentially two narrow-angle VR4 engines, joined together at a 42-degree angle on a single crankshaft. This layout allowed for an incredibly compact 8-cylinder engine, small enough to be mounted transversely in a front-wheel drive platform, something nearly impossible with a traditional V8. This highly technical setup also made it possible to pair the engine with VW's 4Motion all-wheel drive system, despite limited space under the hood. The engine produced around 275 horsepower and 370 Newton meters of torque, available at relatively low RPMs, offering great flexibility and confident acceleration in all driving conditions. Power was routed to all four wheels via the advanced 4Motion system, utilizing a Haldex differential that could dynamically distribute torque based on traction. Whether in the rain, on twisty roads, or during aggressive acceleration, grip and stability were never in question. Depending on driver preference, the Passat W8 came with either a 6-speed manual, gearbox, or a 5-speed Tiptronic automatic. The manual was more involving, ideal for enthusiasts, while the automatic better matched the car's luxury character, offering smooth, seamless gear changes. Acceleration from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour took just over 6.5 seconds, which was impressive for the time, especially considering the W8 was a full-size all-wheel drive sedan weighing around 1.5 tons and packed with luxury features. Top speed was electronically limited to 250 kilometers per hour, though the engine certainly had the potential to go even faster. But it wasn't just the numbers that impressed. One of the engine's most standout traits was its sound. The W8 engine had a truly unique tone, not quite like a traditional V8 nor a straight 6. It had a smooth, deep, and refined growl. At low speeds, it remained quiet and dignified, but push the throttle and it would roar to life with a rich, sporty character. It's this blend of advanced engineering, smooth power, delivery, and unique acoustics that made driving the Passat W8 a real experience. The interior matched the premium promise. Inside, the W8 came loaded with top-shelf equipment, leather upholstery, wood trim, dual-zone climate control, heated seats, high-end sound systems, and safety features that weren't yet common in all cars at the time. It was Volkswagen's attempt at building a true premium car. And in terms of comfort and features, the W8 came surprisingly close to the Audi A6. But of course, the car wasn't without flaws. The W8 engine was notoriously complex and expensive to maintain. Many components were buried deep within the engine bay, making even basic repairs labor-intensive. Common issues included oil leaks, ignition coil failures, and timing system problems. Fixes weren't just pricey, they could also be very time-consuming, which discouraged many owners. On top of that, fuel consumption was significant, between 14 and 16 liters per 100 kilometers in city driving, making the W8 a car for enthusiasts, not fuel misers. The suspension, while comfortable and well-tuned, also came with a cost. Its multi-link setup was prone to wear, especially in higher mileage cars, and the 4Motion system required regular maintenance, particularly fluid changes in the differential and transfer case. Still, the Passat W8 remains a cult classic today, loved by fans of the brand and sleeper car enthusiasts alike. It's one of those rare machines that looks like a humble family sedan but hides the soul of a grand tourer. With a short production run and modest sales numbers, it's now a rare find, and one that's only gaining value as time goes on. So if you're searching for a Volkswagen that's unlike anything else, with a one-of-a-kind engine, distinctive character, and a sound you'll never forget, the Passat W8 might just be what you're looking for. But remember, this is a car for someone who loves mechanics and isn't afraid of a challenge. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to the channel and check out my other films where I dive into more unique cars, their stories, and secrets. Every like and comment helps spread the content, so thank you so much for your support. Have a great day, and see you next time.